Let me share one of my goals with you. By the end of this year, I will have finished my master's degree, God willing. Today, we will explore one of the tenses in English, the future perfect tense, which is a tense I use to express my goal. By the end of this year, I will have finished my master's degree. In this presentation, I will discuss its uses, structure, and common time expressions. First, let us examine the different uses of the future perfect tense. We use this tense when an action will be completed before another future event. For example, by the time you arrive, I will have finished my work. The phrase by the time tells us that something will be completed before a specific moment in the future. Another use of the future perfect tense is to show up duration, or actually to show duration up to a certain point in the future. For instance, by the time he retires, he will have worked there for 30 years. This means that by the time he retires in the future, the total duration of him working in the same company will be 30 years. Now let's look at its structures. In the affirmative form, the structure is subject followed by will, followed by have, followed by past participle or verb 3. For example, they will have arrived at the airport before noon. We are also assuming that the speaker is saying this sometime before noon, maybe in the morning. The speaker is predicting that their arrival will be finished before that specific future time. In the negative form, the structure is subject, followed by will, followed by not, followed by have, and followed by past participle, as in, they will not have arrived at the airport before noon. The sentence, they will not have arrived at the airport before noon means that their arrival will not be completed before 12 noon. In other words, when the clock reaches 12 noon, they are still on the way, or they have not yet arrived at the airport. The speaker is making a prediction about the future and is saying this sometime before noon, perhaps earlier in the morning. In the interrogative form, the structure is will, followed by subject, followed by have, and followed by past participle. For example, will they have arrived at the airport before noon? In this sentence, the speaker is asking whether the action of arriving will be completed before 12 noon. Finally, let us discuss time expressions. Time expressions in the future perfect tense show when an action will be completed in the future. Common expressions include by the time, before, by tomorrow, by next week, by next month, in April, in June, in May, in 2085, in 2092, and by the end of this year. I hope you now have a better understanding of the future perfect tense, when to use it, how to form it, and which time expressions commonly go with it. Keep studying and practicing this tense because using the correct tenses in English helps us express our thoughts clearly and accurately. So, how about you? Using future perfect tense, what is your goal by the end of this year?